Welcome to the Growth Boss podcast, where we explore the tools, strategies, and AI workflows helping businesses grow faster and smarter. I'm your host, Elena Nicole, and today I'm joined by Kemi Frank. She will be sharing with us how to build an AI influencer that sells $2 million a month on Autopilot. So thanks so much for being here today. I'm really excited.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Elena. I'm really excited to be here as well. Thank you.
So, what I would love to do to start off, for anyone who's not familiar, can you share a little bit about who you are and what you do?
Okay, so my name is Ikemesit, or I'm popularly known as Kemi. Okay, so I am a freelancer first, then I'm also an AI video creator. I've been exploring AI for the past 2 years. I help businesses and founders scale their business, using AI. I'm also a LinkedIn content strategist. Yeah, that's who I am.
Amazing. So, how did you get into the AI influencer space?
Okay, so I think a couple of months ago, I was on Instagram and then I saw a particular lady. Her name is Ari Banks. She's actually an AI. She's a fictional character. And then I went to her page and I saw a lot of videos that were doing millions. And I was like, what's going on here? At first, I didn't even know that she was AI until I went into the comment section. And then I had to pay attention, listen to her videos and all of that. And I now noticed she was AI. So after that content, I started seeing a lot more content like that. So out of curiosity, I was wondering how they were making money with content like this, because Instagram does not pay as a platform. It's only Facebook that does. So I was wondering, why would someone create an AI character and just be this consistent in posting? Is the person doing it for fun, or are there other things I don't know? So I started digging. I reviewed a couple of other pages I was seeing, and one thing was sure: they all had link in their bio. And to some of them, they had link leading to their school community where they were teaching people how to use AI or to create content, how to use AI to create podcasts. And the more I kept exploring, the more I was seeing more content like that. When the way the algorithm works is this: once you see a particular content and then you like it and you probably save it, you keep seeing Instagram will keep recommending content like that for you. So I went on and then I explored all the things of all the pages. I mean, all the pages had one thing in common. They had link in their bio. Some of them were selling physical products. Some were selling digital products. Some were selling membership to their school community. Some were just selling stuff. So it was then that I knew that all the traffic that was coming into the Instagram page, a percentage of that traffic was going to the link in their bio. When a percentage goes and then buys the product, that's where they made money. So I said, say no more, I'm going to start mine. So I created a fictional character and I started building it from scratch. And today I have a fictional character that makes me money on a daily basis. And I'm also an AI creator where I monetize my skill from different, in different ways. Yeah.
Okay, I love that. And I definitely want to break it down. Just to go back a little bit, for anyone listening who just clicked on and isn't super familiar, what is an AI influencer?
Okay, so this is you creating a fictional character. It could be a male, a female, and giving it commands to do a particular thing. So you can create a fictional character and have it talk about relationship. So that fictional character is just like a human, you and I. Okay, so every single day, your fictional character will be on Instagram talking about a particular topic. For some people it's self-worth, for some people it's religion, for some people it's personal finance, for some people it's parenting, for some people it's wealth, money, and a whole lot of that. So your duty as the creator is to wake up every day, come up with content ideas that would probably go viral, and then plug that in, generate your scripts using your AI influencer, edit it, and then you post it. And by the time you build the account to a particular level, you can now monetize the account through either digital product or affiliate marketing or any other monetization strategy that you know of. So an AI influencer is a fictional character that is built for a particular task. So it could be anything, to be honest.
So why would someone do that versus creating the content themselves? Whether it's, talking to the camera or whatever other kind of content. Why would somebody go that route?
Okay, so there are some people that they have ideas that they want to execute and they don't want to be the one to execute that idea. Okay, that's one of the reasons. So they can literally just use an AI influencer and put out their idea out there. Earlier this year, a particular Jewish guy created a fictional character called Goldman. I think his name is Goldman. I've forgotten his last name. And then the account went from like 0 to 1.3 million followers in just 2 months. So he was trying to teach people how the Jews makes money. And then to him, according to him during an interview, he said that he is not used to creating content. So that was him trying to use a fictional character to teach people what he knows. So it could be that the person do not have time to create content, or the person do not want to show or do not want to, figure out the content creation thing or show his or her face or things like that. So there are so many reasons. One is probably to save time. Another is I just want to put this out there. I don't want people to know that it's me. I just want to teach people anonymously. So that's it.
In your experience, do these AI fictional characters, influencers, tend to go viral faster than someone who's creating their own new TikTok and Instagram page?
Of course, they do. They do. Because I am an AI creator, but my AI character has gone viral 10 times more than I have. If you go on her page, she has like videos with 800,000 views. I've only had 2 million views once and maybe 400, a couple of hundred. But she has like videos like that. She has a lot of viral videos. So now why this happens is that you style them in a different way. You are able to use them to say the kind of things that normally you wouldn't want to say. You wouldn't want to go out and say some kind of stuff. So yeah, most of them actually go viral than human content. Yeah.
That's a good point. Someone may be hesitant to say something at all or say it in a certain way if it's them in their
Yeah,
face.
yeah,
But
exactly.
a fictional character, you're so much more comfortable almost with that like mask on, essentially.
Of course, because no one knows it's you, and you don't really care, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially most of the time, the most common one is the one where people get to talk about relationship. Okay. So there are certain things that a lady would say, and then everyone or every male that passes through that video will be itchy to say something. Why would you say this? This is not right, and things like that. Now, for me, I cannot just go and say that because, there might be people who knows me, my brand and all of that. So, I mean, AI characters are more, they go most of them go viral than normal human content, to be honest.
That's so interesting. So let's break down kind of the step by step based on your journey or others you've worked with. If someone's like, okay, this is fascinating, I'd love to test this out for my business, where would they even start?
Okay, so now this is how it works. The first thing you need to do is to probably think about what you want to talk about. Okay, now there are different things to talk about. I think this is where you get to choose your niche. Okay, so you can either choose the relationship niche, the parenting niche, the money making niche, wealth niche. You can either choose the religion niche. You can either choose gossip, food, cake making, or even content creation as a niche. There are lots of AI creators who are just creating content and teaching other people how to create videos with AI. So that is the very first thing to do. Now, the next thing you have to do is to think about a character that fits in your chosen niche. Okay. So now, if you're choosing the health niche, just like the woman who made about to be, which we are talking about today, if you're choosing the health niche, okay, you may have to choose someone who is older, and then you may have to describe the person as 100-year-old who is looking 50 because of the kind of products he or she is taking. Okay. So you will need to think about someone that fits into the niche that you've chosen. If you're choosing the relationship niche, you may need to think about a young lady who is between 25 to 28 years old, who is stylish, and knows her onions, assertive, and all of that. So now, by the time you're done with that, the next thing you need to do is to go and create your fictional character. Now, to create your fictional character, you can use tools like Nano Banana or ChatGPT Image 2.0 to create your fictional character. And here's how it works. You can go to ChatGPT and then use the voice feature to brain dump your idea. Hey, I want to create a fictional character with this. This is what I'm thinking about. And this is how old she is. She's an African. She's from the US, UK. She's mixed race. She has this, she has that. So you describe your character. Okay. And another thing we like to tell people to do is to make their character, you may like to add a little bit skin imperfections like spots, freckles, skin pores, and things like that. So all of that should be in your brain dump that's using the ChatGPT voice note. So you should be able to brain dump that into ChatGPT and have it come up with a persona that fits your character. So normally what I would do is, after saying all of this, I will say, suggest me three persona that fits into this person, and ChatGPT is going to suggest, those three personas for you, and then you can go ahead, pick one, and then you can tell it to write you a prompt to generate that character. Now, the main thing here is generating your character, because your character determines if your content will perform well or not. If you choose a character that you can choose the right character for the wrong niche. So you have to be very particular about the kind of character you choose for your niche. You have to be sure, you have to do your research, go on Instagram, explore, check out that niche, check out the kind of fictional character or normal character that talks about that, and then, use that to create yours.
Got it. And what is your AI character, your niche, and how did you stylize yours?
Mine is relationship.
Okay.
AI character is in the relationship and self-worth niche. And I did that because I found out that a lot of people are interested in relationship. Okay. Now, another thing about the AI space is you don't have to reinvent the wheel, to be honest. You just have to fly on whatever you think is working. So I went on Instagram and I saw a lot of people were talking about relationship, and videos like that were getting like 12 million views, 7 million views, 50 million views and all of that. And I decided to go into the relationship niche. Now, why I did that was because it's very easy to go viral, and secondly, it has higher chances of making money faster, and thirdly, you can sell anything. You can sell books on relationship, you can sell books, digital products on relationship, digital products on ad breaks, on self-worth, and things like that. So that's why I decided to go into that niche. Yeah.
Got it. So it's interesting to me because what I hear from many marketing, experts is that people are craving authenticity. They want to see a real person. But then on the other side of it, we're seeing AI influencers going viral and generating sales. So what are your thoughts on that? Like, how is both happening right now?
To be honest, I know people are craving authenticity, but I'm going to be very sincere with you. People are craving value more. So whatever feels valuable to them is what they'll go for. So if you are human and then you're not giving me what I want, I come to your page and everything is dry and all of that, why will I buy from you? So if I'm on a particular page and then viewing the videos, the page is saying things that make sense to me. Of course, I think what converts more is being able to tackle the pain point of the people that you're targeting, be it human, AI, or whatever. Okay. So you have to, I think, to be honest, people are craving value. People are craving problem solving. They just need their problems to be solved. And by the time you're able to do that, be it AI or human, you're going to make sales.
Got it. That makes a lot of sense. So we got to the point where we're creating the character with ChatGPT or Nano Banana. You've had your suggestions. You kind of nailed down what you want your character to look like. How do you then turn that into content?
Okay, so to turn that into content, there are a couple of things you need to think about. Now, the thing is, the mistake I see a lot of people make is they think it's rocket science. No, it's not. You have to do your research. Mm-hmm. So what I like to tell people around me is don't try to reinvent the wheel. So what I do is I just go on Instagram, look for content that are performing well in that niche, and then get the script, the transcript, take it to Claude, and then I'll ask Claude to study the viral cues, the content structure, the hook, the re-hook, the message, the CTA. Okay, I'll feed that. I'll tell Claude to study that and come up with ideas that matches that for me. So this is how it works. I go on Instagram, pick a particular video, and then I'll transcribe the video and take it to Claude. And then I'll tell
Mhm.
Claude, hey, I need you to study the scripts. Note the hook, the rehook, the message, the CTA, all the viral cues. Study it and come up with a script that matches this exact viral structure. And then what Claude will do, Claude is going to help you come up with, or you can even tell you to suggest you ideas, maybe 7 or 8 or whatever, and then to suggest you ideas. And then you ask it, using that exact script structure, write me a script like this using one of your ideas. And then Claude will write you a script. And then by the time you plug this into your AI influencer, you don't remember, you're not copying, you're just doing your research. So by the time
Right.
you get your script, the next thing you have to do is to choose a video model that matches your chosen niche. I will always say that it's not all video that has to be podcasts. Okay. Some videos may just be talking head videos of someone sitting down. Some may be demonstration videos, like people in the health niche. You see them do a lot of demonstration of how a particular medication is solving a particular problem and things like that. So you have to choose a tool that you feel will fit into whatever you're building. So for me, remember, my niche is the relationship niche. For me, what I would do, I'll pick that script and then I'll go to Google Flow. So Flow has a new model called OmniFlash, which is very realistic. And then I'll upload my image. Remember, I created my avatar before. Upload my image. And then I'll add a little prompt that says, hey, animate this image. She speaks in this language, whatever language you can choose. And then I will add the scripts. I'll add the script. The script will be in quotes, and then I'll generate my video. It's that pretty simple. It's not really that hard. But where you will need to spend a lot of time is in your research, taking time to find out content that will perform well. That's where you're going to spend more time. Yeah.
Yeah. So, a couple follow-up questions on that. When you're doing your research, is that manual? Are you using tools for that? What's the best way to do that?
For me, I do it manually, but you can connect Claude to, there are a lot of MCPs that you can connect Claude to that can help you do that. Okay, so I think Metricool can help you do that. If you connect Claude to Metricool, you can do that. But I do it manually, to be honest.
And as far as you mentioned, Google Flow works well for you. What other tools would potentially work for other niches?
Okay, so there are a lot of tools out there. Actually, there are a lot of video generation models out there. So we have Cadence 2.0. Why a lot of people use Google Flow is because it's way cheaper, with $25 or so you can get 25,000 credits, and that can mean a lot for you if you're just starting out. That can do a lot for you if you're just starting out. Okay. So we have Kling 3.0. We have Cadence 2.0. We have Rock Imagine. We have Happy Horse. There are a lot of tools. You just have to test them out and find the one that works for you and start using it.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have your character, you have your content ideas, you've generated your videos, you've exported your videos, and then we're uploading to what platforms is it? What platforms do you use and what do you see working best?
Okay, so now the thing is, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok works. It works for all the niches, to be honest. But if you're doing long form content, you may need to consider YouTube. Okay. So Instagram, that would be Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. So you can connect your Instagram to Facebook. So whenever you're making your post, it will appear automatically on Facebook. Yeah.
Okay. And as far as the automation piece, because I know that was part of something, we wanted to talk about is, selling that $2 million on Autopilot. Is this all running in the background for you, or is this something you or an assistant has to kind of keep up with on a weekly or monthly basis as far as the content ideas and the uploading and all of that? How much of that is on Autopilot versus manual?
Okay, so the one that will be on Autopilot is the sales part. Okay.
Okay.
So you create it once or you get the link once and then you keep making money, to be honest. So
Oh,
if you're going for a digital product, you just have to create it once, and then people just keeps buying. If you're going for affiliate marketing, where you get to where the woman we talked about that
mhm.
that sold 60,000 bottles, okay, you just get your link and refer people to buy from there. The company that owns the product does the inventory and every other thing. So all you just do is stay on your own, make money without having to stress yourself. Yeah.
Got it. So let's say someone wants to do this and maybe they have business, but they're like, okay, I want to do this separately. Do you have any tips for figuring out what product or digital product or affiliate that you end up selling on the back end?
Okay. So now the thing is, yeah, before you even decide to go into a niche, before you decide to go into a niche, I would say that you think about what will work in that niche. And then one of the ways to research that is to find out what your competitors or what people in that niche are already selling, to be
Mhm.
honest. So you just go to their page, check out what they're selling, and then that could be your product. You can come up with your own product and then create it, title it, before you even start creating your character and all of that. Because if you start creating this character without a direction, by the time you get to a point where you need to sell, you'll be confused. So for me, what I did with my AI influencer is I checked out what other people in the relationship niche were doing, and I realized they were selling prompt vault, they were selling relationship books and all of that. So what did I do? I used Claude, and then with a little research and with Reddit to come up with my book, and then I put it there as well. So you have to check out what other people are doing. So whatever that they're doing, adopt it. Like I said, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Okay. You just have to plug into what is already working and ride with it.
Got it. So, do you think, in your experience or what you've seen, is it best if this person has that an area of expertise and they use that, or does it truly not even really matter?
To be honest, if you have experience in that particular niche, it works better. But to be honest, anyone can do this. With the help of AI, you have Perplexity, you have Claude, you have all the tools you need to literally just go from zero to up there. So if you have experience, that's good. If you have expertise in a particular field, perfect. But if you don't have experience, you can sit with just 2 hours daily for 1 week with Claude and Perplexity and you're good. Yeah.
And I'm curious on this because I've experimented quite a bit with creating ebooks and digital products with Claude. And it's usually an area that I have expertise in. I'm never even 50% happy with the result. Just the content the language and we'll say advice, tips, things like that. They are just never quite there to the point where I end up doing it all completely over
Mm-hmm.
again.
Mm-hmm.
So is that in the prompting? Is it more in the research and what you're providing? How do you bridge that gap?
Okay, now the problem with people uses AI to write ebooks is they just go to probably Claude and then they say, "Hey, write me an ebook on this." But that's not it. Like I said, you need to do your research. So imagine I want to write something on anxiety. I need to do my research. I need to go to places like Reddit, our anxiety, and check out the problem that people are facing. Those, how do they call it? Is it Reddit or there's how it is called? The content posted on Reddit, how is it called? I've forgotten how it's called.
The thread, I call it threads. I don't know if they're actually.
It's not a thread, it's X that is a thread. Okay. You need to give Claude something to work with because if you just go to Claude and ask it to write you an ebook on something, obviously it will come up with something generic for you. But if you give it enough content to work with, you can do your research using Facebook groups, you can do your research using Reddit, using Twitter and things like that. So you need to gather this thing, put them in a document and feed it to Claude. By the time you're done with this research, you're like, hey, this is the thing I think we should focus on this. These are the things I think we should focus on in this ebook. And then you just give it context. By the time you give it context, your results will be a lot different. Yeah.
Okay, so essentially you need to feed it somewhat of an outline, the
Yeah.
problems you solve for, as well
Of
as
course.
the solutions.
Of
I'm assuming
course.
you need to find that, do all of that research and plug it into Claude versus I feel like a lot of people, and probably more of what I did, is the first two pieces and not so
Yeah.
much the
Yeah.
third, where
So
it's just the generic
yeah,
data.
you need to give it context. That's the word. Yeah.
Got it. And you may have shared this already, but what is your product that you sell in the back end of your page?
Okay, so I have a prompt vault that I sell. I also have a book on relationship that I sell. I think I actually have 3 books that are into one. So it's a sales strategy where once you get one. And then I'm like, hey, other people are buying this as well. So there is the main book, and then there is a 30 days challenge, and then there is the workbook. So by the time you put them together, it just helps you solve your problem faster.
Amazing. And you created all of those.
Yes, I did that. I did that with Claude, and then I did the design with Image 2.0.
Got it. And as far as the automation of the sales piece, what do you use or recommend using for that as far as the checkout and the funnel? And if you use, a funnel, I'm assuming you do of some type, what do you recommend for that?
So there are lots of tools you can use for your sales process. For me, I live in Nigeria, so I use a platform called Nestuch. I also use Seller. But for people who are outside where I am, you can use Standstore, and then Beacon is another tool that you can use. So Standstore and Beacon are very popular. Okay, there is this one also that is called Gumroad. So you can use these three. And then they manage everything for you, from payment to distribution and everything for you.
Amazing. Are there any niches or products, anything that you would not recommend doing this with, or that you really haven't seen work very well?
I'm trying to think about it because I've never thought about it before. Okay, so I would say all the niches I've thought about actually works, because I wanted to say, if you don't have experience, if you're not a professional, don't go into the health niche so you don't get sued. But then there are a lot of people who are doing well in the health niche as well. But you have to be very careful so you don't give out unsolicited advice, and then someone will probably, use that and probably get you into trouble and all that. So I'm thinking about a niche that doesn't work well. And to be honest, I can't think of any, because all the niches in my head are niches that either I or people around me have tried and they work. So I can't really think of any. Yeah.
Interesting. If someone has a business and they're already doing, say they have a social page with a personal brand and they're doing talking head videos and all the videos, and they're like, I'd like to test this out. Have you seen it work for someone who creates new pages with an AI influencer, kind of that goes hand in hand with what they're already doing?
I do it on my page, not as a separate page. So sometimes, these days, my AI twin does 60% of my recording, okay, as an AI creator. So you can decide to use AI to automate your content workflow. So instead of you having to do the recording every single day, you can create an AI twin of yourself that does the recording, and it will still pass the message. And the thing is, with the tools available now, you can create a twin that looks exactly like you and delivers your script exactly like you. So yeah, it works.
Okay, so what you're saying is you don't necessarily have to have a page that's only AI influencer. It could be a combination. Oh, okay. Got it. I was thinking it really needed to be separate from a page you want to have. So that makes it
we have AI influencers, and then there is AI twin. So what I'm talking about now is AI twin. Okay. So AI twin is creating an AI version of yourself, helping you automate your content workflow, helping you in your personal branding and things like that. Yeah. Do you understand now? So instead of you having to create content every single day, you have like an assistant that does the content on some of the days that you're busy.
Okay, got it. That makes sense. What are some of the biggest mistakes that you see people making when they want to get into this space?
Okay, so number one mistake I see people making is picking the wrong influencer, picking the wrong character for the right niche. One. The second is doing a lot of copy and paste. Okay. So remember I said you should research, find out what is working, and then apply that to yours. But that doesn't mean you should copy from people. Okay. And another thing I see the mistake people do is just going ahead to do trial and error without having to do proper research. Those are the things I see those are the mistakes I see a lot of people make.
Got it. Yeah, that's very common, I feel like, in the AI space overall. I don't know that we touched much on affiliate. So if someone's interested in going more that route than creating their own digital product and they don't have a product, what do you recommend? How do you recommend finding a fit?
Okay, so like I said, before you create your AI influencer, you should think about what you want to sell. So if you're going to the affiliate product space, you have to probably search products that are already performing well, products with high commission, and then products that are easier to sell. Things around women, things around losing weight and things like that. Things around gym equipment, things around fashion and all of that. So You can find all of these products on the Amazon affiliate space. So if you are in the US or UK or wherever outside Africa, it should work very well for you. Yeah.
Okay,
Amazon
Amazon.
works every, yeah. It's Amazon affiliate program. So I just said space. I needed to clear that.
Even if you want to speak from your own experience or anyone you've worked with, I'm kind of trying to get an idea of a general time frame, what someone can expect. Say things are going well, they have their character, they have their page running. What's a general time frame and kind of revenue someone can expect?
Okay, so the person that we are talking about has about around 1 million followers. It's not a time frame thing, to be honest. It's how fast you can build your page. So the woman with the $2 million, she was able to grow her Instagram page to 1 million followers in a very short period of time by posting transformational content. And a lot of people are drawn to transformational content. If I'm adding weight and you tell me that, hey, I can give you this, and in 2 weeks you're going to drop 10 pounds or 20 pounds or that, and then I do it and then I'm seeing results, I'm going to get your product and probably recommend your product to a lot of people. So what she does is she posts her before and after videos, and then she's like, hey, I'm 102 but I'm looking 55 and things like that. So it's not a time frame thing. It's how fast you can build your page, how fast you can build your Instagram community to trust you, watch your video, and possibly just believe in the things that you're teaching them or in the kind of content that you're creating every single day. So by the time you're able to get that huge community, making sales is super easy. My AI influencers started making money at 3,000 followers. There are people you can literally start making money at even 500 followers. And there are people who do not want to do organic. So they decide to use Facebook ads, Snapchat ads, TikTok ads. So there are different ways. There are different sales strategies. You just need to figure out the one that works for you. And then by the time you find it, you double down on it.
Got it. Got it. That makes a lot of sense. This has been such a good conversation. I've learned so much. I know our listeners are going to learn a ton. Is there anything else that we didn't cover when it comes to creating these AI influencers or the AI twin to generate this, whatever it is, $2 million or, several $1,000s? Is there anything that we didn't cover that you think would be helpful for people to know or understand?
Okay, so probably that will be editing. That will be learning how to edit your videos, probably, because you cannot just pick an AI video and post it that way. You need to learn how to use CapCut to probably mesh them together, add your captions, add your music. If you need to do a transformational video, you also need to learn how to prompt your AI tool to give you the transformational video and then edit it as well. Because if you take your videos the way you get it from, if you post your videos directly from AI to Instagram, everyone will know it's AI and it will look very, very boring.
Got it. That's a really good point. When it comes to editing, are you automating that at all? Are you using AI for that? Or does that have to be done manually to get it the way you want it?
Okay, you can automate it with Claude using Remotion MCP, using Remotion, or you can edit it with CapCut. It's pretty simple.
With CapCut, is there a way to do that with AI or automated, or you have to do it manually?
You have to do it yourself. Yeah.
That's what I thought. I wasn't sure, but I figured if someone knew, it was probably you. Okay, that's a really good point. And then last, I didn't ask this and I should have, captions, hashtags. I know they don't matter as much anymore, but some say they still, are somewhat relevant. Are you using Claude for all of that as well?
Yeah, I'm using Claude for my caption. I mean, Claude is my assistant when it comes to this thing. Mm-hmm. Claude helped me with the character creation. I mean, the prompts, the topics, the content research, the script writing, the prompt writing, the captions, and then the choice of music.
Yeah, that's so good. Kind of to loop back on what you said, I know you said it's not a time frame thing, but for you personally, how long did it take you to build your page and to start generating sales? I know you said it was around 3,000 followers, but how long did that take you?
My AI influencer currently has 15.7 thousand followers. And right now, 16th of this month made at 2 months. Okay. Well, she started making money in her first 2 weeks.
About 2 weeks. Okay.
Yes.
That's amazing.
So I started the page on May 16th, and May 16th to July 16th is 2 months, right? But she started making money on a second week. And the thing is, another thing that I didn't cover is even though it's an AI page, you should treat it like a normal page. So when I started out, what I was doing was engaging on viral content. I'll look for people, creators in that space who are making really viral posts, turn on notification, immediately they make a post. I'll go right there and engage. There was an engagement. I used my AI influencer to make like a comment I made on a post, and that comment got 10,000 likes.
Wow.
And a
Wow.
lot of people from that comment followed me. Okay.
Oh,
So you
yeah.
have to treat it as a normal page as well. So make sure that you're engaging before posting and after posting. Make sure that you're following the exact strategies that you would follow for your normal page. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
You're posting on your stories and all of that. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, well, thank you so much again. This has been great. Where can people find all your pages, if they want to connect with you or they want to learn more, where can we find you?
Okay, so my name is Kemi Frank. Kemi on X. Then I'm Kemi Frank Moses on Facebook. Then I'm Kemi on Instagram. Just Kemi Frank on Instagram. Kemi Frank iPhone. And then on LinkedIn, I'm Ikemesit also.
All right. Well, thank you again so much. And to our audience, I hope you found this as valuable as I did. If you
Yeah.
are ready to put these into practice, you definitely have everything you need to go ahead and get started. And you can connect with Kemi if you want more information on that. So please like, subscribe on whatever platform that you're on. Make sure to share, and we'll see you next time.
All right. Thank you so much.